The epic Battle of Corregidor, the last stand of the Pacific defenders, May 1942. The ground trembles. Explosions light up the sky. Thousands of Japanese shells rain down on a tiny island fortress in the Pacific. Corregidor, once an unshakable stronghold, now stands battered, its defenders weary but unbroken. Inside its tunnels, American and Filipino soldiers make their last stand, fighting for every inch of ground. This is the story of their courage, their sacrifice, and their final battle. The Rock of the Pacific. At the entrance of Manila Bay, Corregidor stands as a guardian, its guns aimed at any enemy daring to take the Philippines. The island is more than just a fortress. It is the last hope of a nation under siege. Its rocky cliffs, deep tunnels, and massive artillery make it a formidable defense against invasion. But when war arrives, even the strongest fortress can crumble. December 1941. The attack on Pearl Harbor plunges the United States into World War II. Just hours later, Japan launches its invasion of the Philippines. General Douglas MacArthur and his troops fight valiantly, but the enemy is relentless. By April 9, 1942, the Bataan Peninsula falls. Corregidor is now the final stand. The island's defenses have been prepared for years. Gun batteries, minefields, and underground tunnels provide shelter and firepower. But against modern aerial assaults and unrelenting siege tactics, Corregidor's fate is uncertain. Still, the soldiers hold the line, determined to fight until the very end. Yet, for all its might, Corregidor is running out of time. The Japanese army, emboldened by victory on Bataan, tightens its grip. The island's fate hangs in the balance. The siege begins. For weeks, Corregidor endures an unrelenting siege. Japanese bombers fill the sky, their payloads shaking the island to its core. Warships offshore fire round after round, hammering the defenses. Inside the Malinta Tunnel, thousands of soldiers, nurses, and civilians take shelter, listening to the thunder of war just beyond the walls. Food is running low. Medicine is scarce. The wounded fill every corner of the tunnel. Yet, the defenders refuse to surrender. The coastal guns roar, firing back at the invaders. Every attempt by the enemy to land is met with a storm of bullets. The cost of taking Corregidor will be high, and its defenders are willing to pay the price. Japanese reconnaissance planes circle the island, scouting for weaknesses. They report back, and the bombardment intensifies. The once mighty defenses begin to show cracks. Despite this, the soldiers on Corregidor still believe they can hold out long enough for reinforcements that will never come. In the darkness of the tunnel, whispers spread among the wounded and weary. Some cling to hope, others brace for the inevitable. The Heroes of Corregidor. General Jonathan Wainwright now commands the last remaining American and Filipino troops in the Philippines. With MacArthur forced to flee, the burden of leadership rests on his shoulders. He knows the odds are impossible, but he is determined to fight to the end. Alongside him, thousands of brave soldiers, Filipinos and Americans, stand shoulder to shoulder, facing an enemy that vastly outnumbers them. They are tired, they are hungry, but they are unbreakable. Inside the Malinta Tunnel, military doctors perform surgeries by candlelight, using what little supplies they have left. Wounded soldiers, too weak to stand, still clutch their rifles, ready to defend their home. This is not just a battle for survival. It is a battle for honor. As night falls, soldiers write their final letters, their hands shaking as they scribble messages to loved ones. They know what tomorrow will bring, but still, they do not waver. Outside the tunnel, sentries stand watch. Every distant explosion, every shadow on the beach could be the sign of an incoming assault. They grip their weapons tighter, knowing that soon, the battle will reach its climax. The final assault, May 5th to 6th, 1942. The night of May 5th, 1942, the final blow is about to fall. Under the cover of darkness, Japanese landing craft approach the island shores. They come in waves, thousands of them, ready to finish what they started. The defenders fight with everything they have: machine guns, grenades, bayonets, even their bare hands. The beaches become a slaughterhouse. The air is filled with the sounds of desperate battle. But for every soldier lost, more enemies take their place. The Japanese push forward, using flamethrowers to clear bunkers and machine gun nests. The defenders are forced into retreat. They fight from trench to trench, from building to building. Why dawn? The defenders are exhausted. The second wave of Japanese troops arrives, overwhelming the island's remaining strongpoints. The fortress that had withstood weeks of relentless bombardment is now collapsing under the sheer weight of numbers. Wainwright knows the truth. If they fight on, every man on the island will be slaughtered. With a heavy heart, he makes the hardest decision of his life. At noon on May 6, 1942, the order is given. Corregidor must surrender. Aftermath, a defeat that ignited hope. With the fall of Corregidor, the Philippines is lost. The last American stronghold in the Pacific has fallen. The once mighty fortress is now in enemy hands. Thousands of American and Filipino troops are taken prisoner. They face unimaginable horrors: forced marches, starvation, brutal executions. For them, the war is not over. It is only beginning. Yet, even in defeat, Corregidor's defenders achieve something remarkable. Their sacrifice inspires a nation. Their defiance fuels the fires of resistance. And far away, in exile, General MacArthur makes a promise: I shall return. And he does. In February 1945, American forces launch a daring assault to retake Corregidor. Paratroopers drop from the sky. Battleships unleash their fury. After days of fierce fighting, the island is reclaimed. The rock stands tall once more, avenged by those who swore never to forget. Conclusion: the legacy of Corregidor. The Battle of Corregidor was more than a fight. It was a testament to courage, sacrifice, and the unbreakable spirit of those who stood their ground. Today, Corregidor stands as a memorial, a silent witness to the bravery of those who gave everything for freedom. Their story must never be forgotten, but if this story moved you, honor these heroes by sharing their legacy. Like, comment, and subscribe for more untold stories of war and bravery.